Hi, this is Algebra 2, Lesson 5. We're going to talk about word problems, everybody's favorite, and the fractional parts of a number. We're starting on page 39. Word problems that contain two statements of equality can usually be solved by writing two equations and using two unknowns. Three statements of equality require three equations and three unknowns, etc. In general, to obtain a unique solution, the number of equations must equal or exceed the number of unknowns. If the number of equations exceed the number of unknowns, at least one of the equations is redundant. Alright, here's an example. Twice a number is decreased by 7, and this quantity is multiplied by 3. The result is 9 less than 10 times the number. What is the number? Don't you love these problems? Alright, so we've got a number. I'm going to call it n. Twice a number, so 2 times a number, is decreased by 7, minus 7. This quantity is multiplied by 3. Quantity times 3. The result is 9 less. That means if we add 9, it's going to equal 10 times the number. Okay, what is the number? So we're going to solve for n. I'm going to use the distributive property here. So we have 3 times 2n, which is 6n, minus 3 times 7 is 21, plus 9 equals 10n. So 6n minus 21 plus 9 is negative 12 equals 10n. Let's move this 6n over here. And we have negative 12 equals 4n. Multiply both sides by 4, and n equals negative 3. Okay? The trick to these, as always, is setting up the equation. So if it helps, do it out loud and just think about what they're saying and how to write it. Okay? Let's try another one. The number of ducks in a pond was doubled when a new flock landed. So we have ducks in a pond, and the number of ducks doubled when a new flock landed. 2 ducks. 2 times the number of ducks. Then 7 more ducks came. The resulting number of ducks was 13 less than. If we're saying less than, we're going to have an equation, and this side we need to add 13 more for it to be equal to 3 times the original number of ducks. Okay, how many ducks were there to begin with? So let's simplify this and solve for d. 2d plus 7 plus 13 is 20 equals 3 times ducks. Subtract 2d from both sides, and we have 20 equals ducks. So originally there were 20 ducks. Okay, let's try the next one. The sum of negative 7 and 6 times a number. Be careful how you read this. This is not the sum of negative 7 and 6. This is the sum of negative 7 and 6 times a number. So negative 7 plus 6 times a number. And that sum is multiplied by 5. The result is 332 less than, so we have to add 332 to this side in order to equal 3 times the number. Okay? What is the number? So we're going to solve for n. Alright, let's use the distributive property. We have negative 35 plus 30n plus 332 equals 3n. So 30n plus not 297. This is 332 minus 35. If it were minus 32, then it would be 300. It's actually minus 3 more. So 297 equals 3n. Now we're going to solve for n. It's already ugly. It might as well also be negative. So we have negative 27n equals 297. And so n equals 297 divided by negative 27, which equals negative 11. There you go. Alright, the fractional part of a number. When we multiply a number by a fraction, we say we have taken a fractional part of the number. For example, if we multiply 3/8 by 40, we get 15. 3/8 of 40 equals 15. Of means multiply. 1/5 of all the clowns had red noses. If 30 clowns had red noses, how many clowns were there in all? So this means 1/5 of all the clowns, and we're multiplying, equals 30 clowns had red noses. So 1/5 of all the clowns was 30. Okay, in order to solve for C, now we're going to do the reverse of this. So it's 1/5. We're going to multiply both sides by 5. That will cancel this out. And the number of clowns is 150. Okay. Here's a somewhat trickier one. 7/8 of the Tartar horde rode horses. If 140,000 were in the horde, how many did not ride horses? Okay, there are a couple different ways we can do this. We can find out the 7/8 of the horde that rode horses. So that would be 7/8 of the number in the horde, which is 140,000. And we would get the number that rode horses. We actually want the number that didn't ride horses. So if 7/8 of the Tartar horde rode horses, then what fraction of the horde did not ride horses? And that would be 8/8 minus 7/8, so that's 1/8 of the entire horde did not ride horses. Okay? You can find this out and then subtract this number from 140,000 and you'll get this answer. It's going to come out to the same thing. So this is just one step less. So 17,500 did not ride. Okay? This number will tell you how many did ride. This tells you how many did not ride. So think these things through. That is it for this lesson. Do your practice problems. Let me know if you have any questions.